Good evening and welcome to Highlanders Basketball. I am Kevin Scott, joined alongside me is my partner in crime, Jeff Argenziano. How you doing tonight, Jeff?
How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing very well. Tonight, the Somerville Highlanders, coming in with a 2-4 record, are hosting Lynn Classical Rams, they're also coming in with a 2-2 record, Jeff. And what do you have to say about the game?
Lynn Classical is coming off a 78-58 loss to Lynn English in GBL action this past Tuesday on the 2nd of January. In that game, Avery Jr. had 17 points, so they played a high-spirited game, but they had to come back from double-figure points twice in that game. So this is a comeback game for Lynn Classical, as they are 500 at 2-2. They played over the winter break games that were not counted as far as non-league games not counted in their schedule. It was an out-of-state tournament. So they're here tonight, Kevin, with new uniforms. Wait till everybody sees these. They won't be the same dark green Lynn English colors that you're used to. Very flashy, active uniforms.
I know. Look, you can tell by the shorts. They look different, definitely.
And it looks like they even have names on the back of the jersey.
Really?
As players who are starting are already starting to sit down. Somerville coming in with a 2-4 record after losing the championship game to Melrose in the Leo DeSimone Jr. Highlander Hoop Fest. So back to league action, GBL. Somerville is 1-2 in the league, and Lynn Classical is 2-2 in GBL action. So Somerville looking to get back to 500. Somerville splitting with Lynn Classical last year, winning here 63-55 on the 17th of January last season, and losing there by 3 points early in December. So that's the story with this game. Kevin, Somerville needs to get out scoring quickly with Makai Curtis in some open threes.
Jeff, Lynn looks very tall, very athletic. Who's the key matchups that we're going to have to look
Well, the key matchup is to stop their starter, their captain, their best player, Avery Jr., who averages double figures in points, and he's the player that's going to score off the bounce. He's the player that's going to score shooting, driving. That's going to be the toughest matchup. We have to see the start off. Maybe Ollie will be covering, maybe Ben. They'll be rotating Eddie out there. So a lot of players are going to be rotating on Avery Jr., who is their best player.
Gotcha. Avery Jr., number 1.
And tonight is also, Kevin, the yearbook photo night. So photographer is sitting next to us, and she'll be taking photos the entire game action. So it's cool that you're doing it during a game where the crowd is going to be here. It's a game in a league game you're playing against. So nice action for Somerville to get their yearbook photos for this game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Somerville High School's main gym, where tonight your Somerville Highlanders play host to Lynn Classical Rams. Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, food and beverages are strictly prohibited from the gymnasium. If you're going to eat, please eat outside in the cafeteria area. The starting lineup for the Lynn Classical Rams: number 30, Roki Bria Arenas. Number 2, Captain Almani Gerardo. Number 5, Captain Darren Ian. Number 1, Marvin Avery Jr. Number 11, Daryl Reynolds. And the Rams are coached by Marvin Avery. The starting lineup for your Somerville Highlanders: number 1, Eddie Jones Hudson. Number 3, Ben Francois. Number 5, Makai Curtis. Number 22, Kyle Ray. And number 33, Captain Ian Bourne. Head coach for the Somerville Highlanders, Mark Antonelli. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please stand, face the flag for the national anthem.
There is the national anthem, Jeff. Let's get the starting lineups for this game.
For Lynn Classical, Avery Jr., Gerardo, Guillen, Reynolds, and Brea Arias. For Somerville, Eddie, Francois, Curtis, Ray, and Bourne. Your officials tonight, Mr. Bo Sow and Somerville former Highlander, Paul Kazuba. And I'll give a little tidbit about Paul Kazuba later on when I update the list of over 30 scores for Somerville. That's 30 in a game.
So I'm assuming that by that little tease that you're looking at Mr. Kazuba as being one of those.
Well, he's not in the top 10, but he's in the over 30 scores. But some people say he's even a better official. I think he's a better player.
Well, let's see.
One.
Good D by the Highlanders to start the game. Oh, tough move. Who's that? That was number
Reynolds, Arias, 2 points.
Number 30.
Now you said, Kevin, Lynn Classical kind of going back to the wacky uniforms of the 90s. 2 points for Guillen off the steal.
Lynn Classical's coming out with a huge full court press. Finds Ian. Ian skip pass. There we go.
Well, they're looking for revenge. Like I said, they're 2-2 in the league, and they lost to Lynn English in a big loss.
Oh.
So that really hurts their psyche. So this is a game they have to come back together and show their worth.
Ben goes baseline, pulls up with a little bit. Bunny right there for two.
Ben saying, I'll show my worth. Ben Francois with the first 2 points for Somerville. No fouls so far.
Lynn's just taking their time in to play develop. Oh, she didn't travel, nothing. Ooh.
All the way in for two. Is that 30 again?
That was number 30 again. What's his name? Roki Gray Arias. And he crosses over, gets past him. Finds Ben. Ben goes baseline, picks up his dribble, ball tipped out of bounds. Still Highlanders ball.
And Antonelli's questioning something with Sal. Some issue going on there. We don't know what it was,
yep.
Kevin. For three.
Whoa!
Eddie, count it.
Eddie didn't even hesitate.
Went straight up with it.
I like to see that, Jeff. Ooh. Tough move by number
Gerardo.
2. I thought I got a delay of game.
Is that a delay game on Classical?
Right. Yep, on number 2.
Yep.
To get another delay of game by Lynn Classical, that will be a technical foul. Gotta have strong passes that he find Makai. Makai over to Kyle. He gets hacked. Oh, throws it away. Cross-court pass. Ben overplays him. Good D there, Ben. Keeping Lynn Classical way out. Ooh, nice move. Good D by Somerville. Oh, there you go. Kyle with the steal. Oh, and he throws it away. Oh!
Foul will be on Ian Bourne, his first, team's first. So we've had Avery Jr. now for the 2 years. He was a freshman last year, he's a sophomore. Going to the line is Guillen for 2, Kevin.
Coach Antonelli is telling Kyle, you have the steal, just go. Dribble it up the court. He's a guard.
Matt Desmond not here today, Kevin, so who moves up to the top seat? Matty O'Donnell. Should be Ian Comack in the front seat, but misses both of them.
Jillian misses both of them, Jeff. Eddie, quick outlet. Over to Makai. Makai picks up his dribble, finds Eddie back at the top of the key. Ben goes baseline real quick. Makai brings it in, gets hacked. No call, gets his shot blocked. Ben picks up the loose ball. Brings it in, finds Eddie. Eddie thought about it. Dumps it down to Ian.
Beautiful.
Oh, he can't finish.
Oh, foul. Rips
No.
away.
Wow, how is that not a jump ball? There you go.
Curtis for 3,
Makai.
Kevin.
Tied score.
How was that not a jump ball? Ian Bourne
I
getting
don't
the
know.
offensive board.
Definitely should have been a jump ball.
And he went right over him, ripped his head off to get the ball.
Good D by Ben. Real good D by Ben.
Ian Bourne again, Kevin.
And they call a foul.
Second rebound for Ian Bourne. Foul on 30. Avery not wasting any time, Kevin. He's coming in with 10 and 4. That's Taggart is 4 and Baker is 10. Somerville just a step faster just to match the intensity, Kevin. Every time, on every catch, every bounce, they're just a step quicker offensively. Look how quick they are off the dribble.
Good ball movement.
And that's not allowing the Lynn Classical defense to shift.
Yep. Ben
Except for
resets
right now.
it. Yeah, Ben.
Now they've slowed it down.
Yep.
And they're playing right into the defense.
Nice hesitation.
Travel.
Oh, this is a travel.
Travel.
Gotta stop the ball. Stop the ball. Stop the ball.
2 travels.
Travel.
Let go. Great spin.
Ian picks up the loose ball.
3 rebounds.
Eddie looking to push it now. And he throws it away.
That's what's hurt him, Kevin, is the turnovers.
Yep.
Avery, that's Gerardo with 2. So he's got 4.
I don't even know who he's trying to pass it to.
He's a very deep team. There's Sean Rucker coming into the game now.
Highlanders only down by 2. Ben with the ball at the top of the key finds Makai. Makai over to Eddie, thought about it. Gets Ben on the baseline. Yep. Makai finds Ben to Eddie, who just jacks it up. No.
Rebound to Baker.
Just gotta stop the ball, guys.
Oh! We'll credit a block on Ian Bourne.
Go. Eddie's looking to push it now. Finds Makai back to Eddie. Thought about it.
Steps
Makai
into
from
it.
way downtown.
Push off on
there you
Kyle.
go. Went over the back. Oh. The Highlanders getting some good looks, Jeff.
Well, they're very lucky they didn't get called for 2 fouls there. And Coach Avery asked for that, Kevin. He was asking for the fouls.
Oh!
Sal is calling the foul on 3. So he's calling the foul on Ben Francois.
What's going on, Ben?
Yeah, on the steal. He's saying he pushed off before the steal.
No, he said he grabbed him.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. He's about had it with Coach Antelli, though, Kevin.
I mean, the game didn't begin, and Coach Antonio was already talking to the
Well,
Sal.
I mean, the whole bench responded. Every coach got up and responded to that call, which Sal's not going to appreciate. Nice finger roll. Taggart. What's the problem now?
Timeout by Lynn Classical.
So, Kevin, these guys last year were 6-14. Did not make the tournament. They bounced down to Division III for some reason. I can't understand that one.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So they're in Division III. Next, one of the timeouts, I'll read all the teams for Division III, just so everybody can know what's going on. So, Coach Avery's very proud of having, now he's got the Tucker brothers, Deshaun and Cameron, Taggart, they're all off the bench. First, their goal was to win 10 games and make the state tournament, because they haven't made the state tournament since the 1920 season. They had 95 players in their tryout, Kevin, this year, and transfers from inside the Lynn. So Lynn, you can transfer to all 4 of the schools without having to sit out. So that's the coach, William Avery. And they just hope to be able to get back into the tournament this year. They lost Lynn English, as I talked about in the intro. Avery Jr. had 17. It was different runs. Lynn English finished off with a 15-6 run.
Ian over to Eddie. Find Mackay. Right to Ben. Oh, what are you doing, Ben?
Same team coming out of the timeout, Kevin.
Yep.
No subs.
No subs at all so far.
Count it.
Ooh, no. Ben gets the rebound.
Ben could have let that go. Now see if they're patient and run Salem through effectively. In the tournament, Kevin, they just would not run it through effectively. They're just jacking up the shot here on the first option.
And he finds Mackay from way downtown. He thought about it, he didn't set his feet. He got happy feet.
Yeah.
They have a good
Avery
base.
Jr. with the board.
The ball was short. Good hedge by Ian. Oh, nice steal by Mackay. Mackay looking to push it. Dumps it down. Oh.
Great up fake, Kevin.
There you go.
Kyle Ray Dutra with a beautiful up fake. Let the defense jump right by him. Now they're within 2. Julian and Ollie checking in next dead ball for Somerville. Running the flex. Here we go.
Highlanders only down by 2. Good D.
Kevin, if I was coach, I'd run the flex all game. Even though they got away from it. Foul.
Whoa. No call either way. Dump it down. There you go.
Blocked by number 12, Rucker.
Yep.
Subs coming in. 5. That's Taggart, who I mentioned the last time out. At 11, Darryl Reynolds, who started. Kyle Ray out. Curtis out. Goodrich and Ravello in. Oli. Great up fake. A lot of great up fakes today, Kevin. In the paint, letting the defense jump right by you and you have a wide open layup.
Way downtown. Oh, big board. Oh, call a foul.
Oh, Ian Bourne could have really hurt his knee there, Kevin, the way he...
They said the ball was tipped up now. That's .5?
0.5.
Just jack it up. Throw an alley-oop. There's a tap. There's a tap. There's a tap.
At the buzzer.
Oh!
Julian for 2.
Counter that?
Yeah.
There's no instant replay.
And they're within 2, Kevin.
Wow.
As I mentioned the last game when Deshaun Ulysses came up and talked to us, I said Deshaun was the second all-time game scorer for Somerville. You know, that meant of the current era. So I'm going to read down the first in the top 10 game scorers. I don't have the game date for some of the early ones because the late John Cusolito did not provide that for me. However, the first 5 of the 10 in 1959-60, Jerry Knight, former AD, former head coach, scored 35 points against Cambridge. Sal Solari, 1963-64 season versus Chelsea, 36. So we're going in reverse order. Sal Solari, 36 points the same season, 63-64 against New Bedford. In 63-64, Sal Solari had over 30 points 4 different times, Kevin, and overall 6 times he had over 30. But in the top 10, in 1969-70, Mike Fahey, number 7, 37 points in the game against Quincy. And number 6 is Deshaun with 34 in 2014-15 on January in the 15th at Malden. That was 38 points. So that's the first 6 of the 10 scores. I'll do it a little more calmly during another time.
You sounded so excited.
People can, well, I'm trying to get 5 in a minute. It's not easy.
Nice board by Julian. You saw that, Jeff?
Oh, blocked by number 12.
Make the layup, please. Thank you.
Rucker.
All right.
Who made that? Thorne?
I don't even know who made that. No, it was Ollie.
Ollie? Ties it up, Kevin.
Oh, we are following Ben, though.
Going to the line will be Avery Jr. White 3?
No, I take that back. I think Ben made that.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it at halftime. He wasn't shooting? He wasn't going up on that?
Wow.
Avery, can't believe it. Look at him.
How was that? Yeah.
How was he not shooting? But in the bad, Kevin, his bed now is 2 fouls.
Big steal by Paulie.
And that's what happens with Lynn Classical last year. They have all this talent, they have all this athleticism, but it's just so many turnovers, and that's how they only wound up with 6 wins last
year. They don't even protect the ball. Julian with the crossover, dumps it down to Ian.
Yeah.
Ian gets hacked, no call. Ball tipped around, rebounded by Lynn Classical.
Arias now, Kevin, with 4 boards.
Eddie got to beat him to the spot. That's a lot of no calls, Jeff. Can't even see.
It's been awful.
Referee Katsuba's in the way. Ricks it, big board.
Ripped away.
Ball's off of Lynn Classical. Highlanders ball.
So those of your top 10 game scorers in Somerville history of basically not over 30 points, but it's the top 10 in games. So stay tuned for a later part in the game for the top 5. And the name is repeated in the top 5. 2 names are repeated.
Eddie. Oh, about it. Drilled it.
And with Avery Jr. out, Kevin, they take the lead. But he's coming back in. Coach Avery not wasting any time.
Eddie with the rebound, looking to push it. Little hesitation. Brings it straight in.
Gets fouled. Number 12, Rucker.
I like to see that going north to south. He's going north to south, and he's not hesitating on his 3-point shots, Jeff.
He's bringing Guillen back too, Kevin, who missed 2 free throws. Out is Rucker. Out is Baker.
Someone inbound the ball, please. Thank you. Oh, you got Julian wide open. It's a kick ball.
Oh, you don't want that.
Please.
Well, Michelle Kelly's here, so if that happens, she'll revive him. They have a defibrillator over there, Kevin. Now with the new school, they didn't have a defibrillator hung up on the wall before. I think it's required now.
In all gymnasiums. Ooh, nice little crossover by Julian. Brings it all in and gets hacked, no call.
Rebound by 22. Hamill. Is that 22? No.
And he reaches, gonna get called for the foul.
Tell you, these uniforms are blinding, Kevin.
Travel. Oh no, that's a foul.
Basket counts and
Foul
foul.
and the basket. He has to stay on his feet, Jeff. Can't fall for the fakes. That point brings the Rams back within 1 point with number 30, Roki Arias.
And what's happened is that's the problem in classical. On the catch during their sets, that should be a lane violation on Ollie.
Oh, yeah.
But on the catch, they're always trying to be so, it's not how fast you can move, Kevin. Foul on 2, there's your makeup call. Gerardo. Sub coming in.
Coach Argenziano is telling Julian, just go by him.
Jackson Pyman is in, who's out. Ian Ball. 5:17 left to go, Kevin, in the second
How
quarter.
many fouls does Ian have?
Ian, he has 2.
2, right?
Yeah, so he's got to sit for a while. He'll probably sit the rest of the half. Because he's your only size that can contend with their rebounding.
So hopefully we don't get out-rebounded in the next five minutes.
Travel.
Julian with the ball, doesn't have anything. Ollie over to Julian. Julian up to Eddie. Oh. Foul line extended jumper, nothing. Rebounded by Lynn.
Whipped away by number 11, Reynolds.
Somerville still holding on to the 1 point lead. Ball tipped out of bounds.
That's off Avery.
Who wants the ball?
Yeah, come and get it. Start counting. Danny Schmidt will inbound the ball.
All right. Coach Argenziano is trying to call out a play.
Foul. Foul on 11?
No, foul on number 5. He's trying to fight over the pit.
Foul
He ran right
again.
through him. Good
Checking back in is Deshaun Rucker, and we also have Makai Curtis coming in for Julian. Oh, yeah.
Almost.
But Lynn Classical read the play, Kevin.
Makai up to Eddie. Danny thought about it. Nice pick by Jackson. Oh, he didn't roll. You're gonna set the pick, you gotta learn you have to roll. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nice hezzy. Eddie from way downtown. Nope. Lost my voice there for a second, Jeff.
Ripped away by number 11, Reynolds. And he misses, Kevin. Oh, Makai.
Can't finish. Ball's up.
They're saying over the back, right out of bounds.
Coach Argenziano is looking for Makai to do a jump stop, go up strong.
Would have been perfect.
Power move.
Coming in now is number 3, Phil Zami.
Phil Zami.
Ami. We'll call him Kenny. They lost him,
It's
Kevin.
too easy.
Off the bench, Kevin.
Yep.
He comes in, nails a 3.
He squared up and got 3 down.
And that puts them up by 2.
Nice ball movement.
Up fake by
Danny
Danny
from way down.
Schmidt. Oh.
Nice looking shot, though.
Tell you, they're all rebounding them.
Just got to knock it down.
Oh, for
That's
3.
too open.
Count it.
Coach Antonelli's calling a timeout. A 3:14 to go in the half. Highlanders are down by 5 points.
Kevin, so you see on your screen, your official there underneath the basket, that is Mr. Paul Kazuba. Paul Kazuba was a player here in Somerville High School back in the early 80s. And as I was mentioning scores, Kevin, over 30-point scores as cheerleader tumbles in front of us. Here's Mr. Cuzlito's handwritten stats, Kevin. The late John Cuzlito. And on page 2, Paul Kazuba, 1982-83, Kevin, 30 points against Medford. Now with the stats, I don't know if that was at Medford or in Medford because he didn't say where the game was, but Paul Kazuba in the over 30-point scores in a game in the Somerville all-time list. So give credit to Paul Kazuba, not only as an official tonight, but as a player. Stay tuned later in the game. I will rattle off the other 30-plus scores.
What year was that?
1982-83. So he says 83, so the way Cuzlito was, it could have been December 83, but I'm assuming he meant the 83 season.
Gotcha.
So, but if you look, when I took things over, Kevin, I put the actual year.
Ian's back in the game, Jeff. But Coach Antonelli recognized right off the bat we're losing the battle of the big man. So had to get Ian back in there. 3 minutes to go in the half. Highlanders down by 5. Kyle finds Makai. Makai brings it in. Foul line kicks it out from way downtown. No, air ball. Big board by Ian though.
Bourne.
That's what you need him for.
4 rebounds, free and Bourne.
Ian got hacked. There's no call though.
Canny with the board. Comes in, Kevin, hits a 3, and then gets the boards. So you got to play him more minutes. There's a tall guy down the bench in street clothes, so he could be hurt. Again, Kevin, he had an open 3 run zipper.
Oh!
Nothing there?
No way, he jumped. Oh my God. I'll take the call. It's going our way, but
coming in back is Gerardo. Coming back in is Taggart.
Didn't it look like Kyle jumped and then I don't know. Coach Antonelli's calling out Salem Eddie with the ball. Kyle finds Danny over to Eddie. Eddie on the wing, thinking about it, picks up his dribble too early. Nice pick by Ian. Makai goes straight to the hole for 2. North to south, Jeff. Gotta get that.
Cuts it to 3, Kevin. 1:55 left. Quick move in half.
Oh, Eddie, you gotta hedge
down
him.
the middle, Kevin, number 2.
You gotta hedge him.
Gerardo. Until they call another timeout?
No, they set the pick.
Yeah, but he called until he called another timeout.
Antonelli called the timeout. They set the pick on Eddie, on Makai, and Eddie didn't hedge him, and he had a wide open layup, going straight down the lane.
So these teams, the Lynn teams, were all part of the Northeast Conference for years, and there are a lot of Lynn people upset who dedicated their lives to that conference, Kevin, and they were very upset when the GBL took them over. So now the Northeast Conference is made up of Beverly, Danvers, Gloucester, Marblehead, Masconomet, Peabody, Salem, Saugus, Swampscott, and Winthrop. So they brought in Masconomet once they lost the Lynn teams. So the GBL is comprised of Somerville, Medford, Malden, Everett, the mainstays. Bring back Revere, bring in Chelsea, and Lynn Classical and English. So that makes 8 teams, and that's why this is the last year that GBL will be an exclusion league. 10 teams in the Northeast Conference.
All right, here we go. Come on. We'll just pass to an area, Eddie. There you go, Mackay. Eddie goes baseline, gets hacked.
Foul. On 1. Avery Jr. Foul 1. Kick.
Quick. Oh, Eddie.
Again, Kevin.
Big board. Oh.
Danny Schmidt, Kevin Sky is in for the board. He's going to go to the line for 2.
Great board by Danny.
Foul be on number 30, Kevin. Ralke. They saying he has 2. To double check that, coming back in will be Taggart. Back in the day, Kevin, you needed cable TV to watch these games, only in Somerville. Now you are live on YouTube all over the world.
All over the world.
Taggart. Sky's in for the board with a pretty good punch. All the way to 2, Kevin, off the glass, number 5. Guillen. Just not cutting off the baseline at all.
1 minute to go in the half. Highlanders down by 6. Big basket hit for the Highlanders. Eddie with the ball at the top of the key finds Danny. Danny goes baseline.
Oh, Kyle, up fake again.
There you go.
That's one great thing,
Calm,
Kevin,
cool, and
Somerville's
collected.
doing today is all their up fakes to get all these extra points. Steps through. Taggart all the way in for 2. Offensive foul on
It's a good
Taggart.
call, too.
He's a little out there, you know?
Yep. Coach Angelina was excited about that.
Here comes Julian, Kevin, with 39 seconds to go.
Got to give Ollie a big
Curtis leaving.
got to give Ollie dap for that charge that he took.
I would too, yeah. But he's coming out of the
And
game.
he takes him out of the game.
No, but Mackay's staying in.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful. Kevin. Tipped away by Julian. All the way in for 2. Finger roll.
Oh, big block by Danny. Another strip by Danny, too. 2 blocks.
Sky's in the rebound as Reynolds with the offensive board.
I don't know what happened here. Like, Julian and Danny just looked at each other like, you want the ball? You want the ball? Who's going to get the ball?
Avery says, I'm bringing Taggart back in.
12 seconds. Let's hope that the Highlanders can get out of here. We're only down by 4.
How about an alley-oop to Taggart, Kevin?
Nope. Nope.
For 3, Avery, count it.
Ooh, Ollie, move it, move it, move it, move it. Shoot it.
Eddie? Oh. That would have counted, Kevin.
No, it wouldn't.
No?
The Zebra was calling it off. Anyways.
All right.
At the half, Highlanders 22, Lynn Classical 26.
Like all the game like night.
And we're back, Jeff. Highlanders down by 4 at the half, and let's get this first half stats.
Going over the scores, Kevin. First Somerville, 1 point for Danny Schmidt on that incredible offensive board. 2
Unbelievable.
points for Julian. 4 points for Kyle. 4 for Francois. 5 for Mackay Curtis. And leading the way, Eddie with those 2 threes for 6. Foul trouble, Kevin. Ian Bourne with 2. Ben with 2 for a total of 22 and 1 free throw made. For Lynn Classical, balance, Kevin. 2 points for Taggart with a pretty good punch. 2 points for Reynolds off the bench. Taggart, Reynolds, it's those guys coming off the bench, Kevin. Actually, no, Reynolds started.
He started, yeah.
4 points for Guillen. 6 points for Arias. 6 points for Gerardo. Avery Jr. with 3. foul trouble. Arias with 2. Free throws, Kevin, they 0 for 3. So here comes the second half, Kevin.
I feel good things are going to happen this half with the Highlanders.
Same starting 5 for both teams.
I'm sure Coach Antonelli was instilling in them to make sure you protect the ball, stop making careless passes, stay on your feet. Good D. Good D, but good team defense all around. Oh, travel. Oh, no.
There's just nobody that enforces a low post game now, Kevin.
Oh, skip pass.
Basket does not count. Offensive foul.
Oh. Did he hook him or something?
11, Reynolds.
I couldn't see what happened, actually.
Oh, yeah.
He might have hooked him. I didn't see like a... But that's the way to come out of that halftime. Great team defense all around by everybody.
Team ball steal.
Ian at the top of the key. He brings it in.
Great spin
with the lefty. Oh, pretty basketball, Jeff. Oh, got a box out, Mackay.
Big board by number 11, Reynolds. That's 5 rebounds for Reynolds. Oh,
ooh, nice move.
Fake.
Bricks it, though. Well, rebounded by Lynn Classical. Oh.
Basket counts and a foul by Gerardo. They take a 4-point lead, Kevin. Girls' team is back. Find out if they won or not. Girls team did not play it all over the break, Kevin. Number 3 coming back in. Canny. They haven't.
Oh.
First free throw made by the team, Kevin.
They were 0 for what?
3.
Wow.
You're not going to let him spin again.
There you go. Oh, man.
Ripped away.
Rebounded by Lynn.
Number 3, Canny. Oh.
Can't pick up the loose
For
ball.
3, Kevin. Count it. We got a bottle on the court. Rucker for 3. Thought there was no refreshments in this gymnasium.
It was a bottle of Mentos. Someone could have tripped and broken an ankle, Jeff.
I don't like the inside of Mentos.
You gotta get the strawberry ones.
Ouch.
Oh, you can hear that. What is going
Out
on?
of bounds, Kevin. Avery says no. Antonelli won't give up the ball. Great coach might tell you. A little trick, Kevin. Held on to the ball, allowed his offense to get set, and then handed it to Paul Kazuba.
Mackay. Oh.
That could have easily been
Yep.
tipped off.
Oh, there you go, Kyle. Dumps it down to
Oh,
Ian.
Ian Bourne.
There you go.
Four points, Kevin, by Ian Bourne.
Brings it within 6. That was the biggest lead for Lynn Classical at 8 points.
Back and forth to lead will ramble.
Nice head by Ian.
Well, Butterfingers here, Kevin. He's going to come back
Good
with the
D.
spin.
Got to box out. Get the ball.
Oh,
Eddie gets
somehow
it.
Eddie comes
He
out
has
with
Ben
it.
wide open.
Oh, travel.
Oh, that's got to be a foul. Thank you.
Who was
Pretty
that
much
now?
tackled him.
I know, number 2 fouls on Gerardo. That's his second. Coming back in, Kevin, not wasting any time, is Avery. He's bringing in 11. Reynolds, 10. Baker. Out is 3. Canny. Out is Gerardo after that made basket. Looking for Mackay for 3, Kevin.
There you go. Oh, picks up his dribble. Finds Kyle, and Kyle gets hot.
Another foul. They're racking him up, Kevin. Fouls on Reynolds, that's 2. So a bunch of players now with 2. Rauke with 2. Gerardo with 2. And Reynolds with 2.
Darren Gillian coming back into the game for Lynn Classical. Taking
He
out
has
number
1.
2. Yeah, took out Deshaun Rucker.
Ollie and Kevin. And it's how he's staying with that small rotation, Kevin.
Ooh. Come on, Kyle. Oh, Kyle gets his shot blocked.
Knew that was going to happen. 3 blocks for Rauke. Open 3. More subs coming back in, Kevin.
But way downtown. No.
Zavala with the rebound.
Eddie with a hesitation, foul line jumper, bang.
Okay, he's hot today, Kevin. He's got 8.
He's shooting it well. Oh, nice.
Travel. They're running a weave, basically.
Oh,
So
how did
Kevin
that go?
slips it off, spins it off the glass.
Oh, money.
Oh, beautiful. Avery Jr. with the steal. All the way for 2, Kevin missed. Oh, what a board. Reynolds with the offensive board.
Yeah,
That's
lucky. He
6.
pushed him down
He
low.
definitely did. White 4. Foul on Ollie. That's his first. Or Oli. Reynolds going to line for 2, Kevin.
Stay focused.
Basket. Taggart in with Gerardo, saying they joined the force together.
Didn't even realize it.
Really?
Yeah.
You related to the Babs?
That's my cousin right here. Andrew Babb. I didn't even realize that was his son playing. Got a timeout. 3:30 to go in the third quarter.
So you related to Ashley? Ashley Babb?
I think so.
Yeah, she's the head coach of Salem State now.
She said I just passed it.
She played Division I.
Are the champions down there? Why don't you sit right here?
Andrew. I didn't realize.
Oh, man.
How you doing? You good?
Looking good.
How you doing? Good? Good.
Whoa! We got some tumbling going on here with the cheerleaders, Kevin. Here comes number 2. See if we go full court like Lee Morris used to. Stay tuned at the end of the quarter. I will go over the top 5 game scores for Somerville history. People, you think Jerry Knight was a big comedian, a funny guy. Next time out, I'll tell you what Jerry Knight once did in 1960. 8 times in 1960. Some people think Jerry Knight was just a comedian standing up there with a microphone. But he had that basketball like a microphone, Kevin.
Oh, Mackay.
Coming out of the timeout, Kevin Turner. So Ashley's father, he's on the Salem State men's side with Chris Harvey. He's one of the assistants.
Okay. I did not know that.
Let's go, guys. Stay focused.
6-point lead for Lynn Class. Oh,
Oh,
Ben with the
Ben.
steal. Make the layup, buddy. There you go. Bring it back within 4, Jeff.
6 points for Ben. Ben's still chugging.
3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Highlanders are down by 4. It's got to stop. Lynn's being patient on offense. Man, almost.
No foul. No, he's saying blocking foul.
Ball was,
Is that on Eddie?
I believe they called it on Eddie.
No, Ben. That's 3 fouls on Ben, Kevin.
So I think they might have got him for a reach. I didn't see where the foul was. But they did call it early because the ball's out of bounds underneath.
And Taggart saying to Avery, Coach Avery, I'll let you drive. He calls the play. Oh, he's caught. Foul is on Eddie. That's 1 on Eddie.
But
They're running the plays through Taggart, Kevin. He keeps looking over at Coach Avery. He's making the call.
Coach Antonelli says it.
There you go.
Just yelled it to Paul, the zebra, that they're calling everything. Nice deal. What do they call that?
Offensive foul.
That was a travel, I thought, too.
On Gerardo. So now that's 3, Kevin. So you have 3 on Gerardo.
That's your makeup call there,
3
Jeff.
on Francois, exactly. 11 coming in, Reynolds. Gerardo has to leave, Kevin, because you need him for the end of the game. He's got 9 points. They just have so much talent, this Lynn Classical team, Kevin. Subbing in and out, all interchangeable players. Salem, if they're just patient, they get an open low post basket. There he is.
Eddie missed him down low. Mackay finds Danny. Danny back to Mackay. Eddie. Ben brings it in.
Yeah, boy, Kevin. Basket count foul.
That's exactly what you just said, Jeff. Be patient. Run the offense. You get a low post play
Foul
every single
on
time.
number 4, Kevin Taggart.
Box out, DJ.
Ian Bourne, Kevin, has been automatic from the free throw line. Cuts it to 1.
Gotta love the lefty. Don't overplay. There you go. Good D, Danny. Oh, big board. He's over the back. No call. Good pick by Ian. You got to dump that down to him, Eddie.
Rucker coming back in. Taggart in front of the bench. He'll be up next.
Ian had a high screen, and he did what we're always trying to preach to everybody. Set the screen and then roll to the basket, and he just missed them. Just lost control of the ball. So should be a double dribble. That's on the floor.
Avery's saying it's the same thing. You're not going to call it on me? He say he looks over at Taggart. No, he tells the Taggart. No, actually, no, he's not telling Taggart to go in. Say keep it as a souvenir. Reynolds is checking in. 10 free throw line. Baker, Kevin, over the limit. 2 automatic free throws. Foul is on Mackay Curtis.
Hey,
he's got 2.
They're absolutely terrible at free throws, huh?
Oh, they're awful.
And that's the score right there. Lynn Classical is up by 1 point. They should be up by like 6 or 7. Knocks that one down.
2-point lead for Lynn Classical. Flashes to the middle as Mackay.
Go!
Get back here.
No foul?
Rucker.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, and Avery says same thing to Mr. Kazuba.
How is that the
He's
same
looking
thing?
at the bench. Is he going to bring Taggart in? No, he's telling him to get back.
How is it the same thing? The dude just
just
ran
ran
right
into
into him.
Going to the line, Kevin. Everybody's over the limit. Ben to the line.
It's going to be the longest 1 minute and 31 seconds.
Stay tuned at the end. I will give the top 5 all-time game scores for Somerville. Get out your pen and paper there, Johansson. 3, Kenny in the game. Kenny.
All right.
1 point. Oh, finger roll.
Big board by Mackay. Mackay's looking to push it. Doesn't have anything, brings it in himself, can't finish. Rebounded by Lynn Classic.
Rips the board.
Ben picks up the loose ball. Relax.
Carry.
Runs. Nice little hesitation. Finds Ben at the top of the key. Big pick by Ian. Oh, can't make the layup.
Ian Bourne jump ball.
They're gonna call it jump ball.
Possession arrow.
Possession arrow going Highlanders' way.
Yep.
55 seconds to go.
Checking in before the buzzer.
55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Highlanders up by 1. Sorry, Highlanders down by 1.
Taggart off the bench. Taggart and Kenny joining the force together.
And I think that I thought they were talking about the possession arrow. It's the
Too
first
late.
time Julian's come. No.
Too late to come in. The ball was already. Actually, he still could have come in. He didn't hand the ball to Mackay yet. He still could have checked in.
Oh,
Ian Bourne.
Oh, that should have been a foul. No call. Big board. Oh, Eddie from way downtown. Nope. Ben with the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Eddie. Finds Mackay from way downtown. Bang!
8 points from Mackay Curtis. Now they take a 2-point lead, Kevin. All had to do with the offensive rebounding.
That's an ugly shot. Bricks it.
Offensive board.
Oh, give me a foul on Kyle.
Reynolds going to the line, who's missed 2 consecutive free throws. Looking to tie it up. Fouls on Kyle Ray. Julian now checking in. First foul on Kyle Ray. Guillen coming back in. Subs every single possession here, Kevin. Out is Kenny. Out is also Rauke. A lot of talk going on here, Kevin.
Knocks it down.
2 consecutive free throws, Kevin, back and forth. The lead will ramble. Eddie's still chugging.
Nice move by Eddie. Dumps it down. Oh, where's the foul?
11, Bourne.
Zing!
Away by Ian Bourne.
Nice outlet from Julian. Oh, make the layup. There you go, Julian. Let's go.
Here we go, Kevin. The top 5 game scores in Somerville history. Number 5, Solari, the 63-64 season against Quincy, 39 points. Number 4, Solari again, 63-64 season against Quincy, 41 points. Number 3, Fruche in the 13-14 year at Cambridge. On January 16th, 2014, he had 42.
We both were going crazy in that game.
Mike Fahey, 69-70 against Cambridge. He had 44. And the all-time leading scorer in a game, Kevin, in the 98-99 year in first game of the year here against Malden, 45 points by Jamel Reese.
But I remember that game with Fruche. We weren't even on the air. We were just in the stands watching the game. It's crazy.
So there's your top 10 all-time scorers in games. So it doesn't matter if we're repeated, it's the number of points that you scored in the game. So your top 5, Reese, Fahey, Shea, Solari, Deshawn. And your second 5, Fahey again, Solari again, and Jerry Knight. So Solari is in there 4 times, Fahey twice, and Jerry Knight once. Next timeout I'll go over. They call timeout. There's a discussion going on here, Kevin, so they're holding things up.
What is going on? I think there was something wrong with the possession arrow. I think.
Well, there's only one jump ball, so it should be Lynn's ball. The Somerville got the ball underneath the basket.
But I can't remember. But that's a discussion.
It's Lynn's ball.
But so who won the tap?
Tap was won by Lynn, but there was a jump ball in the 3rd quarter, and Somerville inbounded underneath their own basket. So it's Lynn's ball.
But then
There's another jump ball? No, possession arrow was pointing Lynn's way.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's Lynn's ball.
I don't know.
Until he's using this as an extra timeout.
Technically, you're not supposed to.
Well, the discussion's going on here, so what, I mean, I assume this is about the possession arrow.
So, all right, Somerville won the, no, Lynn won the tap.
Yeah, but there were jump balls throughout the game.
How many jump balls were there? And then
There's at least one in the first half.
Then the start of the 3rd quarter.
Oh, but the last jump ball was won by Somerville.
Underneath, right.
So now the
But was
possession
there
arrow is pointing Lynn, so Lynn has the ball. I don't think there weren't 2 jump balls in the 3rd quarter.
There wasn't. No, there was not.
So if Somerville definitely had a jump ball underneath the basket.
Yes.
That was Ian Bourne. They tied it up.
So how did Somerville get the ball back on that possession arrow? The possession arrow.
It was possession arrow. It was possession arrow was pointing to Lynn. Somerville got the ball.
Right.
Somerville had the possession arrow on that ball, the jump ball. So Somerville got the ball, and on the inbound, the arrow's pointing Lynn's way. You know, we can roll back the video, guys, if you really feel it's necessary. Now it's a technical foul.
Wait, now, oh, this is something totally different now.
Technical foul on who? On a bench?
No, someone's not in the book. Oh, but you have everybody, right? You double checked, right?
I have a picture of it. Are they saying that
someone's not? They're saying that someone wasn't in the book.
At Everett, Lynn Classical players on the book. So they just found it out now.
And he's like, they've been playing for 3 quarters. How are you going to call a technical foul? Which means, like, did he have no stats whatsoever? He has no fouls. He has no points. He's never been to the free throw line.
I don't know what player they're talking about.
That's the only. If we're talking about technical fouls now.
I mean, who checked in that's an illegal player, unless they're saying because he was never in the book from the beginning. But it's not, the home book is the official book. So if Lynn's book does not have a player in there. What's his name?
Bo.
I mean, here's Lynn's book right here for Somerville.
We'll try to see what happens with the next
They would
dead
have to
ball.
see if there's a player not in.
And this is kind of bad right now because it's stopping the momentum of the Highlanders. We're up by 2 points.
Bo, what was the issue? What was the issue? Book. Okay. No technical foul was called. All right. Gotcha. Official book for Somerville. They're saying table error number. Score of the basket 11, Kevin Reynolds.
But the coach for Lynn Classical had a point. He's like, He's been playing for 3 quarters.
I mean, as soon as you find an error, you're supposed to put it if you've checked into the game and play the game and it's wrong. But that's on them, the Somerville book, for writing down not writing it down properly. You should go from the roster instead. A lot of times they do it by the book. But again, it's
tied score at 39.
Oh, that's a foul on Ian Bourne.
It's a makeup call right there.
It's a makeup call because he knew he missed the
He
foul.
knew, yep. 100%. Coach Antonelli's beside himself on that one. All right, 3 great quarters of basketball, Jeff. Got 1 more to go. Oh, nice move.
Oh, beautiful, Kevin, by number 2, Avery. That's Gerardo with 3 fouls. He's got 9 lives. I don't.
Makai, Ben, Ian,
Back and forth,
Kyle.
Kevin. The lead will ramble. Oh,
Wow, I
another
don't even know
foul.
what happened there. Someone's wide open. Julian's got to bang that.
Foul. He gets
Oh,
fouled.
big board. Julian gets it back. He's going to bang it. Oh. Ian with the offensive board puts it back for 2.
Ian Bourne ties it up, Kevin.
Tied up at 41.
9 points for Ian Bourne.
Oh!
Foul on
Kyle with the steal. Finds Julian down the bend, kicks it out to Makai.
Hands up, hands up!
Skip pass to Makai. No, sorry, Kyle.
Should have taken it.
Oh! There you go.
Kevin, this is better for Ian Bourne.
The Highlanders just won it more, Jeff.
He's been automatic from the free throw line. 2 fouls for Ian Bourne. 2 free throws for Ian Bourne. 3 fouls now on Reynolds. Checking back in, Kevin. After the first free throw will be Guillen and Taggart. He's been automatic from the free throw line, Kevin. That's what got him a berth of the All-Star team in the DeSimone Highlander Hoop Fest. Next time out, I'm going to go over some of the scoring that Jerry Knight once did in a game, or many games.
Oh, he jinxed him, Jeff. But an offensive board.
4 offensive boards for Kyle.
Rebounded!
Screen
Nice.
roll.
Oh. Nope. Look at that board by Ben. Dumps it down. There you go. Nice play by Makai for 2.
10 points from Makai. $25, Jaden Chang checking in for the first time.
We'll try to dribbling there. Oh, that's too easy. No fouls.
Guillen gets his own board.
Short. Another offensive board for Lynn Classic.
Taggart rips it away.
Oh, shoot.
Taggart says get out of the pool. Right there, he's calling the play. For 3. Count it. Avery Jr. 8 points.
Talking to the crowd now.
Ties it up. Good. Testing 1. 2-3 zone, Kevin.
Skip pass to Ben.
That's the thing for Somerville, Kevin. Zone him up.
Coach Antonelli had to call him
Close
to reset the offense.
All right, Kevin. People always say, people think Jerry Knight was just a big jokester, telling you jokes, singing songs. In 1960, Kevin, he had 30 points against North Quincy, 31 against Quincy, 33 against Weymouth, 33 against Revere, 31 against Lowell, 33 against Medford. In the Tech tournament, he had 35 against Rindge. In the Tech tournament final, 34 against New Bedford. So it's Jerry Knight in 1 year, Kevin. Some people act like here, you score 30 points, it's a major accomplishment. Jerry Knight in 1 year had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times scored 34 points. And the same thing in Solari in 64. Solari had 41 against Quincy, 30 against Malden, 36 against New Bedford, 34 against Chelsea, 39 against Quincy, and 36 against Chelsea. 6 times he scored over 30 points, 1 time over 40 in that season. Then you go to Fahey, 6 times in 1970, 37 against Quincy, 34 against Malden, 33 against Everett, 33 against Everett a second time, 34 against Quincy, North Quincy, and 44 against Cambridge. So that was back in the days Somerville scored all those points, players.
That year that Jerry Knight had all of those 30-point games, what was his average? What was his final average?
They didn't give me that.
No. But should have.
Yeah, been in the high 20s. Up fake.
Thought about it.
Shot clock is down, Kevin.
Eddie back to Ben. They're trying
Shot clock violation.
Shoot it!
Out of a timeout, you get a shot clock violation.
That doesn't make any sense.
Coach Antelli not happy.
Good job, Marty!
Checking back in, Kevin, with his 2 fouls is Arias. Out for a very short was Chang, who came in right before that timeout. Running the weave, Kevin.
Oh, good D.
That went off his knee.
It went off of Ian's knee.
Kevin, tie game with 4 minutes to go. Competitive games all through the history since 2017. Baseline, Kevin.
Big board.
Ian Bourne fires him to the
Don't
ground.
move it. You got numbers. Someone's got to be open. There you go.
I would just, again, zone him up, Kevin, if you want to stop Somerville. There you go, back to the 2-3 zone.
Oh, they had Eddie from way downtown.
And Eddie says, I'm the zone buster. Taking a 3-point lead.
Eddie's been balling today, Jeff.
Slippery floor.
Oh,
Nice
That
play
time-
by Guillen, Kevin. He's got 6 timeout. Lynn. So both teams have 2 timeouts. Some of the other players, Kevin, while we're doing this, get out your pencil and paper. We have Dick Skeffington in 1951, scored 30 points against Lowell. Tony Lavelli, 30 in 1944 against Medford. Ronnie Perry, 3 times, 34 against Pentucket, 30 against Miller. Speed. And 31 against Waterville, Maine. That is in the New England's. Ronnie Perry in 1950. Go a little more, a couple of generations later. Game that you called, Kevin. John Owens, 35 points in 1994. Stephen Celestin at Cambridge. You attended that game in 2001. He had 33 at Cambridge. Tony Carrington in the 2000 year had 31 against Arlington. At Malden, he had 32. Celestin against Malden, 31 points. Mark Garrity scored 32 his sophomore year at Revere. Scored 30 twice in his senior year. Pat Flanagan, 31 at Acton Boxborough in the 08 season. Franklin Salvador against Everett here in this building in 2010. Scored 31. Back to live action. Get away from the history books. Foul will be on number 2, Gerardo. That's 4.
They had Eddie. It was forcing Eddie to his left hand, and he didn't want to go by him. And then he had him trapped against the sideline. Eddie was in trouble. He got bailed out there, Jeff.
Avery coming back in. Ollie coming back in, and Baker back in. A lot of subs. We do have a nurse on the premises, Kevin. Is she a legitimate nurse? thought she worked in the administrative side. Oh, screen!
Howard just threw it up and looked at Ian getting the offensive board. Skip pass out to Ollie.
7 boards, Kevin.
Whoa.
For Ian
Eddie
Bourne.
from NBA range.
Big
Jeff.
board by Baker.
He was feeling it.
1 point lead for Somerville. Down the middle. Off the glass for 2. 8 points for Arias. And they take the lead, Kevin. Foul. No, timeout.
Timeout by Coach Antonelli.
So he only has 1 left the entire game.
There was no flow at all. Great switch on defense by the coach from Lynn Classical to come out in the zone.
So back to the 30-point scorers, Kevin. John Lubin, 30 points at Arlington in 2013, 12-13 season. I mentioned Frew, I mentioned Deshaun. Craig Thompson, Kevin, against South Boston here. In 16-17, Craig Thompson at 34. And Lucas St. Jean in 17-18 at Malden had 30. 1,000-point scorer, Lucas. 1,000-point scorer, Ronnie Perry. 1,000-point scorer, Franklin Salvador. Only 3 male players for Somerville with 1,000-point scorers. Because a lot of these other guys only played 2 years.
Right.
But Jerry Knight could have scored 1,000 points in 1 year with all these points. In 1967, we have a Ryan. I don't have his first name. He had 33 and 32 against Quincy and Malden. Billy Endicott. Billy Endicott against Haverhill in the Tech tournament. Had 31 points in the 1968-69 season. And the year before against North Quincy, Endicott had 32. Next time out, I'll tell you what Wayne Hanscom did. Or Hanscom. Out of the timeout, Kevin. Let's see if they don't get a turnover.
Nice pick. Ben had a wide open foul line jumper.
Travel. Can't argue that one, Kevin.
Nope. It's a good call.
Back in, Kevin, is Gerardo with the 4 fouls. Could have called a travel on that play. Foul is on the floor, 33.
What did he call?
Ian Bourne. Coach Antonelli just wants consistency.
That was a travel over there, too.
Oh, yeah. No, he definitely, Avery traveled. Oh, beautiful. Guillen.
And the thing is, the Highlanders on that play, too.
3-point lead, Kevin. Now Antonelli only has 1 timeout. Totally riding him, as you would say. Baker with the foul. Makeup call.
It's only a 3-point lead. You don't need a 3. Just get a quick 2. Going towards the basket.
Good job, Cap. Amani, play with your head.
Staying with the same 5 as Antonelli.
Ball was tipped.
He's right up on him, Kevin, again.
That should be a moving pick, but you got to
Ian Bourne does move.
Oh, big board by Ben. And
No
Ben
foul on
got
Ian Bourne. Ian Bourne is
Gonna
sitting
call
right
it.
on top of Avery on the floor. Avery's saying that to the ref. He's saying he's sitting right on top of me, Bo. Checking back in is number 11, Reynolds. So you give the rebound there to Ben, Kevin.
Definitely.
4 boards.
But he's
Hold
skied
on.
for that one, Jeff.
Some discussion here, Kevin. Paul Kazuba saying it's right. Paul Kazuba again in 82-83 year. 30 points against Medford.
Did we set the shot clock?
1:30 to go, Kevin. 3-point lead.
Hands up.
Skip past the Ben. Finds Mackay from way downtown. Bang!
3-pointer from Mackay Curtis. Tied at 50.
Good drop.
Great spin.
Ooh. Nothing. Relax, 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 relax.
Eddie with 4 defensive boards.
Ian, oh!
Blocked.
Yeah, it's a lot of body. A lot of body. A lot of body in the low.
Relke saying no. That's his 3rd foul. Ian Bourne going to the line, Kevin, to take the lead.
Either way, Jeff.
Yes, Ian Bourne is 2 for 3 from the line so far today, Kevin. Not about that. 1:02 left to go, Kevin.
Where did he touch you?
Ian Bourne at the line.
Oh, come on.
Has missed 2 in a row, Kevin. Subs out. Again, out is 10. Baker. You gotta pay attention here, Kevin, Lynn Classical, because if you're a player, you're always coming in and out. Ian Bourne.
There you go.
Takes the lead, Kevin.
All right. No fouls now. Play smart defense.
1 minute to go. Timeout, Avery. By far, Kevin, their best game of the year. Wayne Hanscom, 31 points in 1978 against Revere. Chuckeria, 31 in 1972 against Quincy. 30 in 1972 against Cambridge. So last time a Somerville player has scored 30 points was Lucas. I don't think Marcos ever scored 30.
I can't remember.
So
It's not
4
overplay.
minutes, under a minute to go. Both teams now, Kevin, only 1 timeout.
I thought when you said, no, you're right.
What?
No, I thought Coach
teams
Antonello used another timeout after he had his final one, but
He has 1 left. Keeping 1 in his back pocket, as they say. 24 seconds on the shot clock for Lynn coming out of this timeout. 1 point lead for Somerville.
here we go.
Off the bounce. Foul be on Ian Bourne. I mean, really, the foul should have been on Kyle, not on Ian Bourne.
Yeah. But he definitely wasn't shooting. It's going to be underneath.
Ian Bourne, that's 4. He's staying in the game, Kevin. 45.3, new shot clock.
Nope.
For 3.
Box out, over the back. That's it. See, that's what you do, Jeff. You box
Ian
out.
Bourne
Then he
got
has
the
to go
box
over his
out.
back. You box out first, then you go after the rebound. You can't have anyone jump over your back. There you go.
Now they're over the limit,
So we
Kevin.
got to, yep. Let's make these bad boys.
4 fouls on Roki now. Coming into the game is number 3, Kenny. Ian Bourne going to the line with 2 shots. Looking to go up by 3.
There you go.
What you went for?
Let's go, Ian.
Comes back with
There you
3
go.
straight free throws, Kevin.
Highlanders up by 3. With 30 seconds to go in the game, Jeff. Good D. Skip that. No foul, no foul. 3 seconds. You got a timeout by Lynn Classical. Perfect. That's his last one, right?
Takes his final timeout. Yep. So this is the beginning, Kevin, of 4 straight home games for Somerville. Tonight, on the 9th, you have Revere. The 11th, you have Chelsea. And then the game of Tufts against Medford is a home game for Somerville. Because you already played at Medford and beat them. And that's the issue with Lynn Classical, Kevin. All these years, they've had so much talent, but something, as they say, is missing. It's inconsistency at the free throw line. It's inconsistency offensively, where there's just so much action on a weave on different screens, and you're just not converting enough. And that's what happened last year when they fell behind in a lot of games, and you only won 6 games. But you look at the talent that they have over there, and they play together as a team. That's not the issue.
Right.
There's a lot of good communication offensively and defensively.
This is huge. They're coming right down. You know they're shooting a 3.
And they can throw in the backcourt, but they decided not to. Foul is on Eddie.
Eddie, he was reaching, I guess.
Yeah, but Somerville only has 3 team fouls.
Shot clock
So
is
that
turned off
actually
now.
does help, because now the shot clock's off. You lost seconds on there when Lynn was just playing for a possession.
Kicks it out. Good D by Mackay. There you go. Ooh. It's a, oh.
Foul will be on Kyle.
He's all right,
Grabbed
though.
his arm. They're going to say that's on the floor, so it's underneath the basket.
I mean, at least it was a hard foul.
Yeah,
he
no, he
couldn't
fouled
go
him.
up and make.
Another time
Oh,
underneath the basket.
oh, wait.
No, they're not over the limit.
Oh, I thought they were going to say they were shooting.
Taggart coming back in.
So he wasn't shooting. All right, good. They have one more foul to get. Well,
You still got. Now it's 14 seconds. They have
Right.
to score.
right.
They have to go for 3. No timeouts.
No foul. Big board. Go. There you go.
That's it. And Coach Antelli's saying to Ben, hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball because you would have been fouled. Game's over now, Kevin. No matter what Ben does. Because Avery has no timeouts, you got to go the length of the court.
They're not going to try to add more time on the clock, are they? They are.
Well, he was asking.
5 seconds.
Because he has no timeout. So all Ben has to do is hit 1. And game is over.
Oh,
Now we get everybody out of there if I was Somerville.
I know.
Give up the rebound and get back and guard the 3.
Come on, Ben.
But Antel would say if one of my guys gets the rebound, that's it.
Oh. Guts. Almost give me a heart attack. My cousin's going home upset. The Bad family is upset about this game, Jack. I'm sure I'm going to be getting a call later tonight on my way home. But final score, Highlanders 53. Lynn Classical 50. And you just got to give it to the Highlanders for the entire game. They were going after loose balls, the offensive rebounds that they were getting. They just seemed like they wanted it more tonight, Jeff. The players of the game for me are Ian and Eddie. Eddie was drilling some threes today, but then Ian, his offensive boards, and then get into the hoop, down low in the post, finishing solid. But great game all around by the team, Jeff. To put the Highlanders now at 3-4 overall. What do you got?
All right, Kevin. For Lynn, Baker had 1. Taggart had 2. Canny had 3. Rucker 3. Guillen 6, Reynolds 6. 8 for Arias. 3 blocks, 7 boards. 8 for Avery Jr. held him way under his average. 11 points leading the way for Gerardo in foul trouble. They went 4 for 10 from the line, Kevin. That was their loss reason, and keeping Avery underneath his average. For Somerville, 1 point for Danny Schmidt, but it was an incredible offensive board. Went to the line and made that one free throw. 2 points for Julian. That was at the buzzer earlier in the game. Now balanced. 6 points for Kyle Ray. 7 boards for Kyle Ray. Great up fakes in the paint. Patience getting the defense in the air. 7 points for Ben. Now balanced, Kevin. 11 for Eddie. Those big three threes. Mackay with 13. Hit a big 3 to go ahead. And leading the way, Ian Bourne with 14 and 8 boards. For a total of 53. 7 for 13 from the line, Kevin. And they are now 3 and 4. So terrific win, the best win of the year by far.
Just going to say that. This is their signature win so far.
And this is what exact thing happened last year. You played Lynn Classical, you beat them here, and then you had the buzzer beater with Franco at the buzzer against Revere, and then you went ahead at that point, and season fell apart after that. But this is what happens. Now you know what Classical can do. You know what they're all about. You know that they try to put a 2-3 zone on you to slow you up. You beat that with 1-3, and Avery just pulled everybody back after that. You should have stayed with the zone if you were Lynn Classical, but now Somerville knows that when you go to Lynn Classical, you're going to know what they're going to throw at you. So, that's the story.
It's a story. That is it. For Jeff Argenziano, I am Kevin Scott. Have a good night.